My name's Samantha Gainey. I run LilyIris Accounting. We've been running about 10 years. We provide bookkeeping and payroll services to small and medium-sized businesses in Bristol and the South Gloucestershire area. So we are a team of 7 women by choice, not by design. And we also have 3 apprentices, so I've committed to having 1 at each level of the AAT for as long as I can sustain it. Why Crezco? I met Ben and the team at Xerocon a couple of years ago. We're always looking for ways to help our clients streamline their processes and streamline our own processes internally, and everything that Crezco had at that time fit the bill. So what's it like working with the Crezco team? Everybody's very friendly, very easy to get in touch with, often working stupid hours like I am, which is helpful when you're trying to do payments at different times of the day. And I can't fault it, it's just a really great team to work with. Before Crezco released the international payments, we had one client specifically who was making payments outside of the UK in US dollars through one of the traditional high street banks. It was quite large amounts of money, and fees were quite high, the exchange rates weren't particularly great, and it wasn't beneficial for them to do it, but it was essential based on their business model. And also, at a similar time of Crezco releasing the international payments, this particular client had European staff who went home and wanted to be paid in Europe, and the fees for transferring money out of the UK are quite substantial, and the exchange rates aren't particularly great, especially with the traditional banks. So it made it quite expensive for these members of staff to be able to then go and work back in their home countries and be paid in their home countries. When Crezco released the international payments module, we did notice a substantial difference in the exchange rate. It's tens of thousands that this client transfers out in US dollars every month, and the difference in the exchange rate on that amount of money was substantial. The difference in the fees also was noticeable. I think we calculated it was about 4 times the fees with the high street bank as we were now paying with Crezco. And eventually the employer and the employee settled on the employee paying the fees for them to have their money converted and transferred out of the UK. Once we started using Crezco, they also noticed a difference in what they were receiving each month in their salaries, and happy staff makes a happy employer. Aside from the exchange rate and the fee savings, the process is a lot slicker. We're sending the international payments through Crezco. We have a 2-step authorisation through the high street bank, and although there is quite stringent checks through Crezco as well, we can send a link to the client for them to approve, and it's a lot slicker and there's a lot more time saved in that as well. On the cost saving side, we calculated roughly 2% was saved on making the international payments, but also there's a huge time saving that we've generated for us and for our clients with using the payment batches and being able to send the links across, and just not having to constantly chase people to get the information or the payments actually done. We tend to work as electronically as we can, so getting people using all the different systems that make life easier for us to receive the information. But we also appreciate that some people aren't that techie, it's not in their remit, and that's absolutely fine. So we are happy for people to just bring their paperwork in and we'll do it all for them.